We are just a couple days away from the Conway Riverfest, and we are here with Harley Shelley, who is the director of the big day. Talk to me about what goes into planning an event of this size.
Yeah, a lot. So I usually start planning Riverfest right around the same time we're having our Christmas parade. That's really when I get started as far as my city permits and my licensing that I need for the event. But from January 1st up until Riverfest, I mean, it is a constant checklist. I mean, we have, like I said, permits and licensing and getting the vendors and getting everything set up to be delivered as far as tents and equipment that we need. I mean, it really is 3 or 4 months of nothing but Riverfest for me.
And this isn't your first rodeo. You've been planning Riverfest for quite a while.
Yep.
How many years?
So August will make 6 years that I've been here at the Chamber, so I think this is my 4th or 5th Riverfest. And each year is different. Each year comes with new challenges that I didn't have the previous year. But you know, you adapt and you work with what you got and you figure it out as you go along and you learn new stuff for the next year. So it's fun, it's a lot of work, but it always ends out turning out great. So
yes, and I think everyone in Conway comes out, they plan their weekend around it. So talk to me too, like you said, over the years things have changed.
Yes.
What do we have in store for this year?
Yeah, so a few years ago, 2018 I believe, we moved everything to the marina, and that has turned out so well for us. We have the whole festival condensed into one area, and if you're familiar with Conway, it used to be all over town. So that was a huge move for us to put everything in one central location. So we are doing that setup again this year, and starts at 11 a.m. We'll have all of our vendors from the railroad tracks on Elm Street back, and then food vendors in the Riverfront Park, our beer wagon in Riverfront Park, and then of course we have live music throughout the day on 2 different stages. But this setup is just so much, I hate to say easy, but so much easier for us because it keeps everything contained, and we like that.
And accessible for people who are coming
Yes.
to the event.
Yes.
So once we enter over the railroad tracks, we will see tents on both sides?
Yes, starting as soon as you cross those barricades at the railroad tracks, there will be tents lined up down the road on Elm Street on both sides. You'll have your kids zone over to your right-hand side in the grass lot where the tennis courts used to be. And then we have our Jello jump in that same area, which is famous. And then the further you go into the marina, the more vendors. Once it opens up into the parking lot, there are nothing but vendors there. Our family stage is set up there. And then, of course, when you go into Riverfront Park, you'll see all the food vendors. And then down to the stage, we'll have the beer wagon and all the bigger name bands there.
So talk to me about the kids zone.
Yes.
And what parents and kids can expect.
Yeah, so we work with 5 Star Farms, which they do a ton of stuff in the area, not just with us, but North Myrtle Beach, I mean, they're all over. But they bring wet and dry inflatables, so bring bathing suits. For the children, they also have pony rides. I believe they're bringing their rock wall this year, and they'll have games where the kids can win prizes. But 5 Star Farms is amazing to work with. I mean, I call Robert and he's like, I got it, and it's so great. So it's really nice to have them back each year. And then the Jello jump is not part of 5 Star Farms, but that is something that Riverfest has done for many, many years. And literally it's what it is. It's a box full of Jello and your kids jump in it, and they love it. It's been around for a long time, and I don't think we're getting rid of it anytime soon.
And we have a local business that sponsors that event.
Yes, so we have so many sponsors that help put on this event, and we could not do this without them. So we're very thankful for all of them, especially our presenting sponsor, Beverly Homes. But the Jello Jump is sponsored by Goldfinch Financial Services, which is City Councilman William Goldfinch. And so we're thankful that he does that. He brings his kids out. They jump in the Jello first to kick it off, and they love it.
Now, should the kids plan to wear their bathing suits for the Jello jump?
Yes, absolutely, and bring a change of clothes because it's we'll hose you off, but.
Well, you should know. I mean, like you said, this is your 4th or 5th or 6th Riverfest. And then let's talk about some of the food. Oh, I'm so excited.
Yes, so we have about 8 food vendors this year. A lot of people that have been here before. So we have Bojangles, we have the Caribbean jerk food truck, which is always set up in Conway.
And they're located on 3rd Avenue.
Yes, 3rd Avenue. So a lot of our local chamber members that do festivals and catering come out. So like Caribbean Jerk, like Bojangles, Vittles Wagon is going to be there. Surfside Provisions, he has hamburgers and hot dogs.
And he's our new member too.
Yes, and B&B Outdoors, they're out of Little River. We have Sweet Things Concessions, which is your typical funnel cake that everyone loves. They're from North Carolina. And Mash Italian Ice, which is also a member, and he's locally from Aner. So we love working with our members and the locals.
Yeah, I think that really, it ties the event together internally,
yes,
on the inside,
absolutely,
on the planning pieces of it. And so that's great too. And then also the live music.
Yes, so Palmetto Chevrolet sponsors our family stage, which is set up in Elm Street, where I was talking about where all the vendors are going to be. And we have opening ceremonies at 11 a.m. that morning. We'll kick off with the Pledge of Allegiance. The city will bring in their color guard, and then we will have our golf cart parade at 11:30. So immediately following the opening ceremonies, the golf cart parade will come through. And then we have Miss Kathleen's Voice Studio, which is a local voice studio here. They will do music from 11:30 to 1, and then we have Emery West, which is a duo with his girlfriend, and they are a young couple that are so good. And that's another thing. We love to bring in the younger generation into Riverfest because one day they're going to be in our shoes, and that's how we get them started. So Emery will be here, and then BJ Craven will be closing the stage from 3:30 to 4:30.
Did you know that Emery had actually sang at Riverfest years ago?
Really?
Yes. And then Sarah Carroll, his duo partner, she was a member of Miss Kathleen's Voice Studio.
We'll see.
So just like what you said, they're coming full circle.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I thought that was really neat. And then I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything before we talk about the big fireworks show.
Yes, and to finish off the live music, so that the family stage will close at 4:30, and then our main stage in Riverfront Park, which is sponsored by South State, will kick off at 5:30 with Painted Man, which is a local favorite. Yeah. And then from 8 to 9:30, we will have Mother's Finest, which is a top hit band from years ago, but we're excited to have them in our area.
Well, we were playing some of their music on YouTube, and I really think they know how to get a party started.
Absolutely.
Yes, awesome. And then, of course, when I talk to everyone, and I know you have to, but it's the fireworks show.
Yes.
So what time should folks plan to, have that show, and then where should maybe they park if they're not already inside the Riverfest?
So the fireworks are at 9:30, and as always, are sponsored by Conway National Bank. And at 9:30 sharp, we will start the fireworks. I'd say you can park just about anywhere in Conway. I mean, we have people that watch them from 4th Avenue. I mean, it's a huge show. We put a lot of work into that as well. Of course, the best spot to watch is going to be Riverfront Park, so we invite you to come down, get a seat on the grass, enjoy the night, and watch the fireworks. I mean, it's a beautiful location and scenery to watch fireworks, so I would encourage you to come to Riverfront Park to do it.
Are folks able to bring a blanket or anything to sit down?
Yeah, absolutely. We don't allow coolers or pets into Riverfront Park, but feel free to bring a blanket, your chair. I mean, we want you to be comfortable. We want you to enjoy yourself throughout the night, and so I'd say come early too.
Yes, and then of course we'll also have folks that are watching from their boats.
Yes, that's always a fun time, and before I started working here, that's the way we watched it, and so that's what Riverfest means to me. I mean, it is a river fest. You have people coming in from the water, you have people coming in from the parking lot, and it just brings everyone together in one location, and that's what I love about it.
Well, I am so excited. I've been over the years, but this is my first time getting to see you work and us work together hands-on, so I cannot wait.